Yes, know your place, okay.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
He knows what he's doing.
So we've been recording on the wide
AVing
shot.
the shit out of this, okay?
He's recording through, he's
Osmosis.
controlling his iPhone with his
Brain.
laptop, I don't know, whatever they're called. Oh,
Jeez.
I got caught up in the moment.
I've explained why I do that, right?
We
Yeah,
weren't paying
'cause-
attention.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like Lady Gaga said, it's all about the applause, applause, applause. Right?
It's from the song Rumor Has It by Adele.
You dork.
Rumor has it.
So we've started. This is another episode of
Serving You.
It's fun when we do
I
that.
do, I like it. Harmony.
So our episode today is brought to you by Melissa.
Me! Yay! Woo! Okay,
Looks like we have a sponsor.
it's me. Okay, I am so excited. My topic of today is gratuity. And not tipping, but gratuity. So that thing that if parties of 8 or more, or 6 of more, right? Because we haven't done this, I double checked.
No,
Silently
we
staring
haven't.
at me, I got scared.
Yeah, no, I'm running through my head trying to remember legalese real quick. But yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
my take on gratuity though comes from two sides of the coin.
sure.
And let's go, we'll go customer perspective first, okay? When you go into a restaurant, typically 6 or more people, you get automatic gratuity. This is not an option as a customer. I have had customers before say to me, well, I don't want to pay that gratuity. And I say, well, you don't understand. You just sat down with 13 people. But when I came in, there was only 2 of us. Gotcha. But you asked for a table for 13, and thereby you are now all together and you get gratuity. It's just the color of the beast, okay? I've had one woman go up and refuse to pay her $5 in gratuity, which is kind of a slap in the face. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the manager, she's so amazing, my manager, she said, well, that's okay, you don't have to. Which, from a server's perspective, it's almost like my family didn't get my back to an outsider. I was really upset after that one.
Oh, I would have been upset too.
She then came back with her boyfriend, and as we're gonna do this birthday song celebration, I walk up to the table, Biscuit, and it's her. I stopped mid-song and said, you're the woman that wouldn't pay your gratuity. I'm not singing for you, and turned around and walked away.
Oh,
Yeah.
preach.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
I would have done the
Well,
exact same
it was
thing.
awesome, and then the owner followed her out and
I love
spoke to
that.
her about the gratuity, and she's not been back since. So that's a customer's perspective. From the server's perspective, I would like to say to fellow servers out there, I think it's kind of bullshit that you don't give your tables a heads up that there's gratuity on the check.
The shade of some servers.
That I feel like is like bamboozling people. Because
Yes.
as a customer, if I'm in your restaurant, I've never been there before, I'm with a big group, we're partying, we're enjoying each other. I'm not reading every fine detail. I don't work here. It's not my responsibility. I get it. I'm in your place of establishment, and obviously I should pay attention and be aware and mindful. But still, dude, you work here. You know the specifics. Like, I would appreciate a heads up. As a server, I always tell my tables at the end. I'm like, hey, just so you know, since it's a party of 6 or more, there's already some gratuity on your check. But don't let that limit your philanthropic needs to give back to this community.
You're welcome to give more.
Please. But you know what? I don't steal and I didn't start at 0. So please just pay attention on what you're doing. I'll take your money every freaking day of the week, but not if you don't know what you're doing. Because that's bad karma to me. I feel like you'll get it taken away from you somewhere else. I'm not bamboozling people. So what do you guys think about gratuity?
I get very angry when people don't give people the heads up that there's automatic on there.
Thank
Also,
you.
I just did a quick Google search on gratuity versus tips. Gratuity versus tipping. So I feel like Google has never led anybody wrong. Gratuity and tips are both extra payment for service, but they differ primarily in compulsion and control. A tip is voluntary, decided by the customer, and directly given to staff. An automatic gratuity is required and pre-calculated service charge added by the restaurant, often for large groups, and is treated as company revenue. And that's what I was trying to remember the legalese on, because technically, and we dealt with this And when I was in management, we dealt with it a lot at holidays. You go to a holiday buffet at a lot of places, there's going to be automatic gratuity immediately on that. Now, the automatic gratuity, again, decided by the parent company, decided by the restaurant what that number is, and technically, the restaurant can decide how that gets distributed, because that is restaurant revenue. Now,
I did not know any of that, and I hope my owner is not listening. Please. We currently get all of our gratuity. Please don't take it away. Okay, keep going.
and again, and that's, well, usually like an automatic 18% and so on
Right.
can go. But like on a holiday, when you have an automatic gratuity on there, maybe it's 18%, and we're automatically giving 2% to the bussers
And then you're
or something like
distributing,
that.
right, to the service
And
staff.
that's where, as a company, we can dictate where that money goes because it's a gratuity and it's mandatory and it's something the company has put on there. And like you said, tipping is voluntary, and tipping 100% always goes to the server.
Right.
Now, mind you, we've talked about tip outs before. It's the last episode,
Right,
one of the
yeah.
last episodes. And so that can be distributed, and that's in server discretion and guidelines and all of that. But yeah, that's why I just wanted to do a quick look
That
up.
was interesting. No,
So-
and a lot of the places downtown in St. Pete, they're all 20% gratuity, even parties of 2. Like I went to the Canopy, the rooftop
Yeah.
bar at the Birchwood, and yeah, it was 2 of us, automatic 20% gratuity on the check. Didn't matter.
But when servers don't point that out,
It's infuriating.
and here's the thing, I am on 2 sides of this. Like, yes, as a customer, it's important you look over, anytime you're giving your credit card and paying for something, look at what you're paying.
You should be
Just
aware,
please be
for
aware of
sure.
what you're paying, be mindful of that. And, but at the same time, like, I worked in restaurants that served a lot of alcohol.
That's what I was just gonna say. In
So-
that setting, you're drinking,
Yeah.
you're partying, you're not.
Is it fair to apply somebody with alcohol, expect them to pay attention to everything, and by not telling them? And I've had
Yeah.
many a servers be like, "It's not my fault; they didn't see it." And I'm
See,
like,
that's where I don't like it.
"But
That
there's
feels
a
like
moral
cop-out.
part of that
Exactly.
that I think falls onto the server." some.
Exactly. And I've seen girls in my restaurant not tell tables and they come back and they're like, give me my extra tip back. Could you imagine? You gotta give them back money?
Good for
That's
that-
so embarrassing.
Good
No,
for
as-
that customer.
As a server, though, I'd be mortified.
Yeah.
I would rather get out in front and tell you, hey, just so you know. So if you hand me that extra, and 9 times out of 10, I get tipped very well after. In fact, other
Yeah.
tables will hear me say that. I had a table the other day give me $10 extra because I said that, because they really appreciated the honesty.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, as most things, I can argue both sides. I can argue multiple sides.
You can argue.
I know. You haven't seen that side of me yet. So, the experienced side of me that has worked in the industry and knows the side of me that knows how people are in general, like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Because by definition, the larger the party, the more ornery they're going to be.
And you work hard.
And you work hard.
You get 10? Oh
They're
my
taking you
God.
away from other tables.
Oh, you have to completely focus on them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And because that party, they know each other, there's a lot of inter-party conversations going on when they should be ordering or looking at the menu or figuring out what they want or being aware that,
Excuse me.
oh, the server is literally coming to me next. Let me
it's my
not.
turn.
I need to be prepared. Yeah. But then there's the other side of that, okay, if I am automatically paying for something, then I want a return on my investment, so to speak.
Which is fair.
So if you are a server and you are getting that automatic gratuity, don't rest on your laurels. Still step up. Still do a good job. And I am not the kind of person that I expect anyone to do cartwheels when they come to my table, but there is a certain level of service that I expect, especially when some of that is automatically going to be added to the bill.
Unless you're at a drag brunch, and then you will expect a cartwheel coming to the table.
Yes.
Well, duh.
Well, that's very triggering
Drag
for me because the very first drag brunch that I ever went to, I was in New York. Yes, I was in New York City.
New York City.
I was there for my birthday. The drag queens got wind that I was there for my birthday. And one of the drag queens just so happened to be from Charlotte, which is just a couple hours away from my hometown. So she came over and we were chit-chatting. Well, when it came to be time for her number, she came out with birthday cake, which I thought was very sweet. But then the next thing I know, my face was being pushed down into her crotch where I was eating said birthday cake.
Then again, I hope you're not listening, owner. I don't want to do that at our restaurant either for birthdays. Don't get any ideas from this episode, okay?
Was birthday
God.
cake just a thong with the word birthday on her butt? With cake.
Birthday cake may be a euphemism for something else. But that's another episode. That's another episode for another podcast.
That's at least 18% added on to that.
At least. And I think she'll be paying you. I just want to rewind real quick
That's probably a good idea.
for a
Let's reset.
caveat on what you said, where you expressed the fact that if you're a customer and you know you're automatically paying gratuity, you want your money's worth. I will tell you this, in a large party, if we're halfway through and you are being a complete asshole, I, as a server, will take a step back. Because I know I'm getting tipped.
Yeah.
You are not treating me right, and I'm going to do the bare minimum now because I know I'm going to make my money no matter what.
Yeah, and I'll put a little star on that. That, if you're a customer, and you do know that you're going to be charged an automatic 18%, 20%, 22%. Don't act like that server is there to serve you and only you.
Exactly. Thank you.
And they have to cater to my every whim. No.
Yeah, but that goes back to the whole server, not servant. I'm not your servant. Just serving you.
Exactly.
All right. So don't be jerks about. Don't hide the fact. In the service industry, as the servers in the industry,
I think you should be vocal.
I think you should morally.
Yep.
You should be telling people
I do too.
it's on there.
I think you should give your tables a heads up, even if it's a two-top, no matter what. Every freaking one. Hey, just so you know, there's gratuity included.
And it's funny. I've never thought about it that way, and I guess because I've worked in the industry before, I know that a gratuity is a thing.
But there's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah.
And even like in my restaurant, we have a lot of regulars. They'll bring like new people in, family or whatever. And even I'll give them a heads up. Hey, I know you're regulars, but just so the new people know, I always get out in front. I've done that before. I've been the customer in a restaurant and gotten gratuity added and they didn't tell me. And then I over tip and I go home and I'm like, fucking bitch, like you just stole from me.
It makes you not want to go back.
It totally does.
How often, let's be shady for a moment. This is very off-brand for us.
Yeah.
Let's be shady for a moment and say, okay, well, how often do you think the reason why servers don't bring it up is they're hoping for that extra tip?
100% of the time.
Oh yeah, that's always
y'all are
it.
shadier than I thought you would be.
100% of the time.
If I were wearing pearls, I would clutch them.
Whatever. It's getting thick. Fucking put on boots. Look at your eyes.
No, I mean, and that's just unfortunately.
I think that's the industry.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the industry, some servers try to find a way to make an extra dollar at every turn, and they think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I have a story about a server that worked for me at the hotel. I don't even know if I should tell this story, but insofar as that servers can be very shady.
Well, you have to tell the story now.
Just no name.
We found out that 2 servers were, whenever they closed out a check, they would close it out for $1 to $5 more than it should have been closed out for based on the tip. So they were taking $1 to $5 on every check they closed. So on a shift, they were making an extra $50 to $75
I knew a girl like that.
every shift. And the problem, we found out about this one time, because here's the thing. If you get your credit card statement and it was $66 and you're like, wasn't it $65? But you don't really remember if you don't keep it. And if it's close to the amount, like you're not catching stuff.
Exactly. Ooh, that's bad.
My coworker caught it one day, and then he started, because we processed the tips, we processed payroll, and we did all of that, and something was just off on the numbers, and like on one check, and we went back and looked up the one check, and that didn't match. And then my coworker, and shout out to Adam on this, he went deeper into it, and he was like, well, that's weird. and he checked another
Found
check
a
from that
pattern.
day, checked, and then he was like, well, that guy always works with this guy, and we started checking those. And we went through and found this one server had done it. We went back 3 days, and it was all 3 days, and we were like, if we keep going,
That's
HR
investment.
legitimately was like, please stop looking into it, because
Yeah, you'll be
the
culpable.
reality is, if we had gone back and found it every single day, how much far back do we go, and then how much are we actually, do we owe people?
Oh, God.
You know, it only created a bigger problem for the company.
No,
If we
yeah.
have enough to fire the person, this becomes even more of an issue for the company, which technically we should have dealt with, but
Yeah, no, that's real. But there's
but that's
shady
just,
people.
they want that little bit,
Yeah.
that, because they think that's gonna make the difference, as opposed to the long term.
Mm-hmm.
Like you pointed out, and I think this is a great example that people should, Jeff tip, pay attention. You can make good money being an honest person.
Oh, totally.
Like you said, when you tell when you tell
Yep.
tables about it, other tables see you being a good person and are tipping you more.
No, because they appreciate it.
Yeah,
No,
you
that's
know,
real.
money can come from positivity and doing the right thing as well. You
does.
don't need to grab every dollar possible. Karma can get you through it, type thing. And I think the people that don't tell people about the automatic gratuity are as bad as that server closing out for extra money that was never given to him.
Yeah, because you're.
I think the intention is the exact same.
Amen.
So,
Intention. It's all about intention.
It is.
Yeah.
and that guy is out of the service industry for a while now, and now details cars.
Now he's just stealing change out of cup holders.
I feel bad. The annoying thing was, I really like this dude as a server and
No,
as a
that's
friend.
shady as hell.
But it was like,
Yo,
you
you're
know, I
stealing.
have to fire you.
You're
right?
fucking
Like,
stealing. Of course you do.
You understand you're being fired.
Oh
right?
no, we check the receipts every day in our
Yeah.
restaurant for credit cards and discrepancies because it happens.
There's
for not being
mistakes. You
aware.
can transpose
Exactly.
and yeah.
But no, there's one girl. She still works there now. I'm not gonna say names, but she would get 0, and she'd go and be like, "Oh, you're not gonna fucking tip me? I'm putting $5 in," and I'd be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's the industry, and unfortunately, those people can be drawn to the service industry.
I was just gonna say that certain industries attract certain types of people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
service is notorious for addicts, and unfortunately, it is.
And that can
it's
be
cash in hand every day.
yeah, and that can be kind
It's
of
intoxicating.
that addictive personality
Yeah,
can lead to
unfortunately.
that kind of grab.
Yep.
And again, if you get away with it, who knows how long this dude was getting away with it? The problem is, you got away with it once,
Yeah.
and then the next day you're like, well,
It snowballs.
fuck, I just made $75 extra.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do it again, and now it's a pattern that I'm in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
yeah,
just be a good fucking person, damn it.
just be a good person.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
But on the customer side, take the extra second and read. I mean,
Yeah, be aware.
I don't want you
But-
taken advantage of by you not paying attention. Please,
Yeah.
please just look it over at the end. But I think the bigger onus between the two falls on the server and not the
does.
customer.
That's your job.
My opinion on that.
I agree. I second that. Matt?
Yeah, especially given that it's a it's the business policy.
The business is putting
And
it
the
on it.
server is an extension of the business in that.
It's a
So,
good way
so
to
yeah,
look
the
at it.
onus
I agree.
is on the server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
All right, servers, be good people.
Act right.
Word up.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it on a word up.
I like word up. Word.
That's another episode of
Serving you.
Morals.